What is going on at YouTube? This is part 2 of the Mustang Monday double feature. I didn't decide to call it that until this video, but in the last video, which was just uploaded before this one, I started cleaning up all the rust, started cutting out all of the, getting the parts off, cutting out all the stuff on my 67 Mustang. Today, which is actually the next day for me, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting this out. I think this door is probably gonna be the worst of it. The firewall is pretty bad, but that's through both layers. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. It's gonna be a whole lot of not very much fun. The other door is nowhere near as bad as this one, so I'm hoping that this one goes pretty smooth and I can get it cut out, and then I can start fixing some of this rust that's been in this Mustang for years. Stick around. All right, let's see if we can get this piece out and find out just how bad it is. Oof, yeah, that's not good. So if you can see this, Ugh. No wonder it's rusted. So this all just traps water. This door will fill up with water and then it has nowhere to go. And then there's all that debris in there and it just gets stuck down in the base of the door and you end up getting this rust. So what I think I'm gonna end up doing is grinding off this outer skin. I might have to cut it here in a second. I'm gonna grind it off here. I'm gonna grind it off here because it's rolled over itself, and that's how they actually attach it to the back side of the door. So I'll grind this side off and I'll grind this side off, and this whole piece should just come out. Oof, it is all the way through. So I'm probably gonna end up, I'll wait a little bit, but I'm probably gonna end up pulling this door off because it'll be a lot easier to fix this on the table. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out the other side and hope that the other side is not this bad, because the new door is $400, and I'd like to keep the original sheet metal on it. This is the original doors. In fact, all of the sheet metal on my car is original: the fenders, the doors, the hood, the trunk, like everything. So I don't really want to replace it if I don't have to, but if I have to, I have to. So that's just kind of disappointing that it's that bad. But I think if I pull the bolts off, it's just, I mean, these are old cars. It's just 6 bolts and the latch, and then you can set it on the table and work on it on the table, and I can repair all of this from the inside and slowly but surely shape a new piece in a lot of smaller pieces and fix the door, and then I can do the other side. I don't know, but it's probably gonna be easier to take the door off, so I'll take the door off in a little bit. I'm gonna cut out the other side. I'm gonna cut out this. I might use a smaller, I see why this rusted. There's actually a spot where they pinch welded it here, where they spot welded it, and you can actually see where the corrosion is in the spot weld and then spread from that spot weld somehow down over to here. But I gotta figure out a way to cut this out. I don't know that the grinder is gonna get in there, so I'll probably try to use something else. But I'm gonna get the wire wheel on this and try to clean this up while the wire wheel's on here, and I'll do a whole bunch of wire wheeling and then I'll come back to you. Finally, some good news. The driver's side looks so much better. Now, if I flash back to what was probably a couple weeks ago on YouTube, but a week ago for me in real life, then you saw me disassembling the car and cutting the doors. Now, I said I was gonna do this first, but I actually ended up deciding to do it almost dead last, which is kind of weird, but whatever. So here is the driver's side door. It is definitely the worst of the two. I sprayed a bunch of primer in here. Yes, this is a little rusty, but it's mostly in the surface, and I think it's gonna be okay. I'm never selling this car, so it's not like I'm falsely advertising it to somebody as something it's not. But here is my patch panel. I cut it out of that cowl piece that I've been using for everything. It's gonna go in here like this, and it's going to solve that giant rust issue that I had. Now, I'm a little nervous because I don't really want to blow any holes through this, so I'm gonna be very, very, very careful in my welding of this panel, and I'm just gonna take my time and slowly but surely get this welded in there. Then once it's welded in there, I need to fold the ends over because they sort of wrap around like this. So this side, not so bad, but I'm now going to show you the other side. And I don't know if I addressed this in the last video, but I'm probably going to have to pull this door off because you should not be able to see my finger through any of this. So this side is really, really bad. Eventually, I might just have to bite the bullet and get new doors for it. It was not in the plans for now. It's still not in the plans for now. I'm just trying to get it where it doesn't have any more holes in it. So this door is probably gonna have to come off so I can actually get behind here and try to weld new metal into all of this, because like I said, this is really, really bad and I don't know a better way to fix it other than to just go ahead and pull the door off and beat a bunch of metal into position. But that's only after I do the driver door first. So I'm gonna go ahead and start welding on the driver door. I've got it all mostly sanded down and fit. Take your time with this kind of thing. You want to get the gap as close as possible. I've got my welder already set up, so hopefully things go well. Hopefully I don't burn any holes in it or make it any worse than it is. So not absolutely perfect. I did find a couple spots where the rust, excuse me, still got a cough. I did find a couple spots where the rust was a little worse than I thought, like right here and right here. So as soon as I tried to weld it, I kind of blew through it and then had to try to fill that. But I'm gonna go ahead and bend the bottom over and bend the front over, and then I'll sand it down and we'll see what it looks like once I get all the weld sanded down. And I don't know if I'm gonna body work it yet. I'll probably put it in some primer though, just so it doesn't rust. Well, there you go. That is, I hate to say it like this, it's the perfect candidate for a lot of Bondo. But if I'm honest, there was a crap load of Bondo in it before and it all cracked. So I'll use nice, good quality, slick Bondo, and it won't do that this time. And it should last a long time. Now, I think my plan eventually, excuse me, at $450 a piece, not right now, but my plan eventually when I do repaint the car, because as much as I love this color, I want to change it to a turquoise. Eventually when I do repaint it for the second time, I want to just go ahead and get brand new doors for it, just because of how rusted out they are. The interior is also really dented on both sides. I'll show you what I'm talking about on that. On this driver's side, you can see there's a bunch of dents like all in here, and there's some dents on the passenger side as well. So I'd like to just fix all that, but I'm gonna go inside for a minute, take a break. I might put a little more paint on this back side. But there you go, there's one door fixed, some Bondo, and that will all be resolved. Now you're probably saying, well, why didn't you tape it off? Because I'm gonna take some acetone. I'm just gonna wipe it off while it's still wet, and then I'll Bondo it. I'll prime it again with some filler primer. I'll block it smooth, and then I'm gonna use Eastwood Color Match to try to kind of color match the door the best I can so that you won't really notice that this has been repaired. Before, there was a giant triangle of rust bubbles that just stuck out like a sore thumb. So anything is better than that. So let's see what's next. So I kind of changed my mind. On the passenger side, I'm just gonna weld this new piece in here and body fill it. I'm not gonna fix what's on the inside for two reasons. One, I can't see it and neither will anyone else. It'll be covered by the door, the trim, and everything else that's in the way. So instead, I'm just gonna weld this scab on as a scab, and then I may or may not pull the door off and try to weld this up later. The problem is it's all really rotted and really thin, and since I know I'm gonna need to get a new door for it eventually anyways, I don't really wanna waste the time and effort on it. I'll just weld it up. It'll look good for a couple years until I can afford to put a set of doors on it. Now, I have the money to buy doors, don't get me wrong. I've got plenty of money to buy all the stuff I want for the car, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to take my money from YouTube paychecks and a little bit at a time use a little bit of my YouTube money, which isn't much. It's only about 150 bucks a month. But I'm trying to take my YouTube money and slowly but surely do little things to the car. And I found out that actually works better for me. Instead of trying to save and save and save and save and spend like $800-900 at a time or $2,000-3,000 at a time, and then I have a whole bunch of parts and it takes me a year to put all the parts on it anyways. If I just do it a little piece at a time, I buy $150, $200, $300 worth of parts, and it keeps me busy for a weekend, which is what I have time for, and then I usually get wrapped up into other stuff anyways. So doing it this way is kind of better. Wow, somebody turned my voltage way up. Hang on. So one of the things that I've always wanted to do, or that I've thought about doing recently, is buying older cars like this Mustang or Chevelles or 57 Chevys, whatever it may be, that are overall in good shape but have some rusted out floor pans, rusted out cowls, whatever it may be, and do that work. Because when I was 15, that was the biggest barrier to entry, was the rust in the car. It was way beyond my skill level to fix it and something that I was quite scared of. But now that I'm older and I have those skills, it's much easier for me to fix those things and make the car right, make it a clean slate, make it a perfect starter point for a father and son project, and then sell those cars to people not for a tremendous profit or markup, but just kind of to break even and make a little bit of money on my side and enjoy the hobby of hot rodding and bring that hobby to more people. That is going to do it all for me for today. I got the doors welded up, at least to the point that I think I want to get them welded up. I may pull this one off and weld it on the inside. I haven't decided yet. Oh, hey, there's a cat. Hey, Miss Kitty. Can you see her? She left. Anyways, easily distracted. But I think I've got as much work as I'm going to get done for the day. Got a couple days coming up where I got to go to Austin and do some other stuff. So I'm not going to be working on the car, and I wanted to get it to a good stopping point. So I'm going to do a good cleanup, put all my tools away. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for following along. I still need to do the torque box. That's actually going to be last. I already did the cowl, so I've done the cowl. I've done the doors. Torque box is the next thing. But thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around. If you enjoyed the video, leave us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think of my ideas, all of that good stuff. And as always, go build something and be easy. There are paw prints on my seat. Miss Kitty was in here.